Hello everyone, today I'm joined by a special guest, my fiance. So we're going to do something a little bit different, something we've never done before, and she is going to rank the top 10 cutest Lego Star Wars minifigures. So I haven't told her about anything about these figures. She's watched some of the Star Wars, so she knows a little bit about that at least. But without further ado, let's hop right into it.
For me, BB-8 is number 10. He's very cute, he's very small. I like him because he's a small ball. He looks like if you wanted to steal him, you could just pop him in your mouth real quick. 10 out of 10 eatability. I'm getting a little bit of cuteness aggression. Look at him compared to my fingers. Cute. Next we have the Christmas Ewok. To me, he looks like a baby. He looks like he's a small little boy. He's got human nose, human eyes, human mouth. And he looks like he's wearing a bib. So if I had one of him, I would be spoon feeding him baby food. I'd probably carry him around like a little toddler all the time. He would always be on my hip. And we take like little walks in the park and he could go play on the playground. And there's just something about him that seems so innocent and so pure, especially more than the other ones. The Christmas one just really stood out to me. Maybe it's the contrast of his bib on his fur or whatever, but I'm really into him. I feel a little bit maternal. Next up, we have Grandpappy. To me, he looks like an old man. He looks like he maybe escaped a retirement home. He looks like he's wearing old person clothing. He also has markings like a bearded collie, and I was raised with bearded collie dogs, so it's all kind of fitting. And if you can tell, the top of his head has all these little wrinkles, and I think that's kind of endearing. It kind of goes over to the fact that he looks like an old person. Look at that. He's got these eyes that kind of bug too, like a beluga whale. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And he knows everything. Okay, to me, this guy looks like he belongs on the island of misfit toys. He looks like something from, I kept thinking it was Pinocchio, but it's not. He looks like something from Rudolph. He looks like he'd be best friends with Yeti. He looks like he's been rejected a lot in his life. As you can tell, his head is downturned. He looks very sad. We would be his friend. Also, he looks like he's got a bug on his back, so we could help him with that. But we really like him. He looks a little sad and depressed, like an outcast. We just gotta fix it. See? He's all blue. Okay, I know it's hard to tell in the video, but this is the cutest robot there is. He's just a little pup. He looks like a dog. He looks like a robo-dog to me, and he looks like he could carry your snacks. So to me, he looks like a dog mini fridge mix. If I had him, I would put little snacks in him. He'd come with me on little walks. Look at his little bum. See? So he really is kind of like a little dog mix. He is one of the cutest contenders because he's cute, he's small, he's tiny, he's adorable. And again, I think we're getting a little cuteness aggression because you could definitely put him in your mouth and eat him. Like you could swallow him, it would be absolutely nothing. Wouldn't even have to chew. Okay, I know everybody's probably thinking, what the because Darth Vader's on here, but he has a sweater. I think at this point we started to go off the rails a little bit. Anything Christmas we started collecting and hoarding. I chose him because I really got into his Christmas sweater. I thought it was really sweet. Somebody knitted it for him. To me, it humanizes him. Maybe a clone did. I don't know what happens to the clones yet. We're still watching like The Bad Batch, so don't ruin that for me. But I like to think maybe a clone knitted or one of his generals or something because they liked him so much and they respected him as a friend. So it humanizes him. I feel a little bit bad for him. I like him a lot. Okay, here we have R2-D2. I like to think he's a Christmas edition. I was told like 20 times he's not, so I kept putting him back on the wall, taking him down, putting it back, taking him down. But this looks like a Christmas hat to me. I can't be talked out of it. I'm convinced it's a Christmas hat, and I love him for it. It just makes me think again that somebody knit it for him because they loved him so much. When I think that's just his regular head, I like him a little less. But if we think about it in terms of Christmas, we like him a whole lot. He's adorable. He wins the Christmas knit cap competition. Okay, self-explanatory, you guys. You look at him and you feel love. You feel like he could follow you home from work or something and you'd be totally safe. He looks like the ultimate pet. If this followed you home, you'd bring him in, you'd love him, you'd give him a little stable. There's something about it that makes me feel the Christmas spirit. Maybe it's all the ones I've chosen so far, but I think he just seems special, and he's got a tail. When I did take him off the wall, I took his feet off on accident, had to fix it, felt super bad. He's the cutest with his feet. I don't know what pieces they used to make the antlers either, but they look like they could be hands. You could put like a little Christmas tree or an ornament, or I don't know, something Hanukkah in there perhaps. And he looks like also, so, okay, if I was gonna make one a sweater or a scarf or something, like for real, I would make him a little scarf because he's Christmas, but he has no Christmas clothes. Oversight. Meow. I would choose him because I chose him because I feel like he's very eatable. He's incredibly tiny. I don't know if you can tell, but he's only on 1 Lego prong instead of 2. Hold on, I'll help. Because he's so small, he only needs 1. He's also wearing a little Christmas sweater, and his scarf matches his flesh. I feel like this guy could party it up. I don't know what it is. I feel like if you guys invited this guy to a Christmas party, he'd drink all the eggnog, maybe he'd sit in it, he'd open everybody's gifts before they got to him. He would be a menace. He would be like Meredith at the office Christmas. Have your camera ready, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I like him a lot. I would bring him to any party I went to, and I feel like he would be a great participant. Okay, last but first, we have Starboy Twinkletoes. I don't know what his name is, and I don't care that much, because when we did the D&D board, you can see that a couple of videos back, he was my character, and I chose his name because it was fun, it was whimsical. He looks like he's fun and whimsical. He's got cotton candy ears, you could pet them all day, and I like to think that his little fangs, he doesn't use them to bite people or for defense or protection. He uses them to eat fruit. He's like a little fruit bat in that sense. Also, I don't know what he's even from. Maybe he's from a kid's show or something, but he's not mainstream maybe. Okay, now I'm gonna show you a downside of Starboy Twinkletoes. You think something this cute and this fluffy would have a tail, right? He'd have all of his bits? Well, no tail. Aww. So the ears and the head and stuff make up for it, but that's about it. He's also not wearing pants. A lot of them aren't. But really, I think what gets me is that he doesn't have a tail. If you're gonna pull Winnie the Pooh, you gotta have a tail or something down there. Okay. We've spiraled on this one quite a bit. We've done a few takes of this, but I feel like I'm descending into madness trying to explain how they're all friends. So over here we have the blues and the furries. They feel like they'll be friends because they're somewhat related, maybe. We have the machines here because we know they're friends in real life. And then Baby Yoda is like Darth Vader's son. And they have matching Christmas sweaters and stuff, basically. I feel like that's his kid, that's their dog. They're like a little family unit. And that feels kind of special and magical because there is something magical about that. Him finally getting the family he never had. Maybe that's like one of the kids and that's the other kid he lost. And then these guys feel like they could hide in the woods together. It's like Sven and Kristoff from Frozen. And they could go hide in the woods. They're the same colors. They would all get along. But that's kind of how they're all friends and how the friendships formed.
Alrighty, there you have it, the top 10 cutest LEGO Star Wars minifigures. Do you agree with her expert opinion? Let us know in the comments, and until next time, I'll see you later.